Captain's Log Supplemental. We have completed our investigation of the signal we found on Artelis 2. And oh boy, is the OA team's mission report something. Began as a standard embedding away mission where we observe an alien species before first contact, but, well, the away team just kept finding themselves in weirdly erotic positions? No, that's not the right way to say it. Sexually compromising situations? That's not really right either. Well, for example, they were looking into a festival that was being held at the time and somehow ended up in some type of brothel by accident. Then another time they somehow got invited to the home of some pimp? Boy, does that feel weird to say in a log. Oh yeah, and then one time, one of them ended up somehow tied up with another of their team in their underwear, but for some reason they were facing each other. Honestly, it really brought me back to my days in the academy when I studied Captain Archer's mission logs.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Captain's Log Supplemental. My name is Rob. I am joined, as always, by my friends and co-hosts, Chris and Stanford.
Hello.
Hi there.
And our producer, Mariah.
Hi there.
Who is back this week. Back on the correct coast.
Yep.
Look who's back again.
Readjusting to this time zone.
Did it mess with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one time zone isn't bad, but 3 is that's tough.
Yeah.
How has the time zone been messing with you, honey?
I've been tired.
Tired? Like you don't want to get up when we're supposed to get up?
I don't like where this is headed.
Yeah, because I have a follow-up question, which is like what were you like right before you went to Washington? Do you think like if you had to put it into words it'd be like kind of a similar situation?
Jeez.
Fucking hater. God damn.
I am I am firmly under the belief that like in most couples there's like the morning person and the other person. And it is very, very clear that I am the morning person.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
Now it's a lot harder for me to get up in the morning as a non-morning
here it
person.
comes.
Did I send you guys the meme about the Scottish word for like staying in bed after you wake up?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So there's a word.
Oh, is it Herkle-Durkling?
It's a Herkle-Durkle, yep.
I love it.
Yeah. So we were watching this TikTok together, Kelsey and me, and this girl's like, I do be Herkling and I do be Durkling. I was like, this is amazing. So yeah, the Scottish have a word for this, and it's wonderful.
That's awesome.
And fortunately, we are both Herkle-Durklers.
Yeah. And so is Liam.
So
really Stanford
for
is the
us.
problem.
We both like to sleep in. However, like when I get up, I do need time before I do things. But as soon as Lauren gets up, she's like, "All right, let's do all the fucking things."
Yeah, I am like I guess I am the only person in any of these relationships and in this channel that is like I am a morning person. I wake up usually before our alarm goes off at like 6:45 or whatever. And like the monkey's paw irony of it is that like because of my paralysis, I cannot get out of bed on my own. Cause like I would absolutely just hop up and go start my day and let my wife sleep, but that is not an option for me.
Sure.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Well,
is that when you're usually just sending TikToks in the morning?
No, that's when he's pooping.
That's pooping time, yeah.
But being in Seattle, because of the 3-hour shift, all of us East Coasters were up at like 5 a.m. and we're like, let's go. It's time to go. And I had 2 breakfast meetings Friday morning because I had a meeting with the team I was working with. And then a friend I wanted to see, and we were like, why don't we go meet for coffee at 8? And we should have gotten together for coffee at 6 a.m. because we were all awake.
I don't, so
it was crazy.
Mathematically, you say you were up at 5 and ready to go. That would mean that here at home, you would be up at 8 and ready to go. How often does that happen?
It
Haters
happened
gonna
today.
Hate.
It happened today because I made you get out of bed so you could
You
take
can't
Liam
make
to
me get out of bed. I get out of bed when I damn well want to. Thank you very much.
If it is drinking that haterade.
I feel like you just need like a Gandalf quote in there about a wizard arrives precisely when he means to.
Precisely.
When he means to. Yeah.
The amount of times that like we would be very late for something we were doing if it weren't for me waking her up is too many to count. Like it's like you're lucky I'm here, honey, or your life would have fallen apart.
Anyway, Captain's Log Supplemental is a Star Trek rewatch podcast. We're moving ahead chronologically by star date. We finished Enterprise a couple of weeks ago and are now firmly into season 2 of Discovery.
Couple of weeks, shit, man. That was like 3 months ago.
Weeks.
This is what happens when we get old. All time just kind of compresses behind us.
Moves into warp speed, man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, if you do wind up liking what you hear, please remember to like, review, subscribe, share us with your friends, send Stanford hate mail. He really likes that.
I fucking love hate mail.
So other than sleeping in and being back on the appropriate coast, you guys have anything fun going on this week?
Paramount Plus has been pissing me off.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So like last week I had to watch Star Trek like right before we recorded because I'm a procrastinator. That happens, sure. So I like booted up and Paramount's just like it like loads the little like Paramount logo and then crashes out. Loads the Paramount logo, crashes out. So it's like, fuck, they're having some kind of streaming issue. No problem. It's like, this is my fault for procrastinating. So I just went and paid like the $2 or whatever to Amazon and just bought the episode and watched it, got through it. Today, I try to load Paramount like earlier in the day. It's not procrastinating this time. I got plenty of time. Same problem. I'm like, that's weird. So maybe like I would expect like streaming services go down sometimes. No big deal. Like their video servers and whatnot like go down. So it's not a crisis. So I'm like, all right. On Sunday, it's like no big deal. The fact that was happening again today was like, okay, so this is obviously not Paramount's problem. Maybe it's something on my end. So I like, I fire up a different browser because I have, more than one because, the computer comes with Edge and whatnot. So like fired it up, crashes at the exact same point. It's during the logo. Stars are swooping in, crash, error 3005, which is like, can't get the video from the server. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. So then I go around to Paramount, and I'm like, let's see what else I can do. So I load up a movie, Sonic 3, works just fine. I load up another thing that has that Paramount logo, Halo, no problem. I load up another fucking Star Trek. I load up fucking Strange New Worlds and DS9, no goddamn problems. But as soon as I load any Discovery episode, it crashes. And I do not have the technical understanding to figure out why the fuck that is happening. And it obviously must be just me because the internet's not saying anything about it, or no one's watching Discovery, so that would be the other problem. But I had to pay 20 of my Bezos dollars to buy the whole fucking season on Amazon just to make sure I can keep up with our podcast. Like, this is ridiculous.
That's so fucking, like, just Discovery.
Just Discovery. Everything else I tried worked just fine, and then I went back to Discovery. It crashed at the exact same moment during the Paramount logo.
This might be a stupid question. Hey, did you try watching it, like, on your Roku TV or something different?
No,
like
I didn't.
Device?
Yeah, I didn't try it on, like, my phone app. So, like, no, I didn't try it elsewhere.
Okay.
I mean, I could, fuck it, I'll try right now. Shit. I got Paramount. But, like, it's just, I don't know. It's so fucking weird. It's weird that it was just Discovery. Like, if my computer was having trouble talking to video servers, no problem. I get that. But why just that one show?
They have deemed you too woke to watch the woke trek.
Ah, shit. That must be it.
Yeah. We're trying to discourage that now at Paramount.
All right, let's see. I'll fire it up on my phone.
Sad face.
Duh.
I gotta watch a dumb ad. Oh, no, skip. All right. Here comes the logo. Oh, I think it got further. Yeah, it's working on my phone. But the problem is, like, that's an app. Like, that's a completely different piece of software, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
right.
like, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Do you have any type of, like add-ons or anything for your browser? Well, you said it was actually you tried different browsers too, didn't you?
I did. And again,
Okay.
like, yeah, sure. Maybe Paramount updated some kind of ad blocker thing. And it's like, if you have an ad blocker, fuck you. I would get that.
Yeah.
Except
But
that
it
it would
isn't
happen to
everything.
all of their videos at that
Right.
point. Yeah. It's so weird.
So I learned something very stupid that Microsoft was doing that was ruining my Helldivers 2 experience in the last few weeks. There is a service that runs on your computer that turns on whenever a gamepad is detected to let you input controls from a gamepad instead of a mouse and keyboard.
Sure.
I guess in March of this year, they discontinued the old version of that, but didn't actually remove it from any systems.
Perfect.
So for certain games where it was relied upon, like directly with the software, it would see two services running and then freak the fuck out. Like in my case, I was getting blue screen after blue screen after blue screen just when playing Helldivers 2.
Damn.
And yeah, it was super weird. So I look it up on Reddit, and apparently it's been a known issue since like March.
Jesus.
So yeah, you just have to uninstall the old version, and the other one just kind of still runs. It's really dumb.
Computers are fun.
Yep.
Man, my
I love working
computer,
in IT.
I don't know, about like 25% of the time when I boot my computer, it'll boot and then blue screen and then boot again and it's fine. And I don't know what's causing that. But like, what am I going to do about it, you know?
Before I had changed my my hard drive that Windows was installed on, like it would just like sometimes just not boot. And then like I tried
Yeah.
again and then it wouldn't boot, but then like the third time it worked.
It's like
And
What
then
are
it
y'all
did that
doing
for
to your
like
computers.
it did that for like 2 weeks and then never did it again.
Cool.
And like, I wish I could be like, well, obviously the problem is I have too many startup services, or like I've got, you know, fucking bullshit. Like I don't know. I downloaded that sketchy ass porn video player and now shit's not working right or anything, but it's not. Like, it's just my computer. It's just sometimes it decides that it needs to fucking crash out. Maybe it's just like, it just needs a good cry and then it's good to go. I do. I'm not upset that the new blue screen has like the frowny face emoji. Like, that's kind
I
of
know.
funny to me.
It is pretty funny. Anywho, so this week on Discovery, we watched season 2, episode 3, Point of Light. These names are killing me, man. I feel like they're going back to like TOS, very melodramatic naming schemes. We open with a commander's log from Burnham. She still can't figure out what's going on with all of the weird signals all over the galaxy. And she feels like she's failing Spock again, which we learn more about later in this episode. Tilly, meanwhile, keeps seeing her invisible friend all over Discovery. Feels like she's losing it. But, you know, at least she wins her half marathon.
I have a question about the half marathon.
Uh-huh.
Why does it have to be in the dark?
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they did it on third shift.
Like, I thought maybe it was supposed to be like a stylistic choice because Tilly was hallucinating or whatever, but like everyone else kind of reacted to it being dark, and like when the lights came on, when Saru congratulated them and shit, I was like, oh, so no, they were just running in the dark. And like, it's a starship. The hallway was lit, and then as they ran through, the lights dimmed to let them through. I do not understand that. You'd think that like running a marathon is the one time you'd want everything to be very well lit, so you don't fucking trip over some shit.
Maybe that was like the checkered flag. What do you get at the end of a race? Is it the checkered flag?
That is yes.
Yeah, okay.
As opposed to like the other kinds of flags? Is that your question?
I guess so, yeah.
Yes, checkered flag is the end of like a NASCAR race or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Burnham congratulates her, and then the bridge calls a yellow alert as a ship approaches with 2 life forms aboard. At first, it seems like Sarek wanted to pay them a visit in a discreet manner, but nope, it's Amanda.
I was literally in my notes like, you know, like as he's beaming as we think Sarek's beaming in, I'm like, you know, this show I have not hated Sarek. I've liked his interactions with Burnham and how this has gone. And then I'm like, oh, never mind, it's Amanda, Spock's hot mom. Like
yeah, so she's there to ask Michael for help, and says that Michael is the only person who can help Spock. as opposed to the rest of Starfleet, who have been trying to help him all along. But anyway,
well, I mean,
we take a break for the main theme.
There does turn out to be an answer to that.
Yeah. Take a break for the main theme, and then we come back to see L'Rell and Tyler showing off the new D7 battlecruiser plans to the other Klingon tribes.
Also,
this is a fun fact.
Is this a fun fact?
I mean, no. I mean, I guess it's sort of a fun fact because it's the first time we see Klingons with hair in Discovery.
Oh yeah, I was like, they all look kind of silly with the hair, if I'm honest.
They do. Like the Klingon makeup does not suit the hair at all.
I think it's because the hair is like so stylized, it just doesn't really work right.
That and like the way they like made their heads like elongated.
Yeah.
Too makes it look weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to what they've been looking like that suddenly them having hair just kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other clan leaders are all upset at Tyler being so influential in new Klingon politics.
My note here is like, I will say this: 90s era Klingons had way more fun because there's not nearly enough like drinking and hitting each other going on in these scenes, right? They're all very serious, and I'm like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, they were much more fun in the TNG era.
Yeah, I feel like the disco Klingons are real tryhards.
They're up there. I mean, they're no Harkonnen, but I mean, they're up there.
Yeah, I don't know if tryhard's the right word. They're not trying to be like emo and stuff. They're just chatty. They're very chatty.
With a D, not two T's, right?
Yeah, no, they're not very chatty. They are chatty. Yeah.
Yeah, they just seem very generic. They're more generic alien like bad guys, basically. Like you could find them in any science fiction series. They don't have a lot. It feels like they don't have a lot of character.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And I think they're trying to give them some now, but like I don't disagree that it's an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Burnham and Amanda, meanwhile, have a talk while walking through the corridors of Discovery. This
whole conversation is fucking funny to me.
Oh yeah.
Because she's like I tried to go find out what's going on with Spock, and they wouldn't tell me anything. And Burnham's like, "But you're a diplomat's wife," and I'm like, "That's not a credential. Like, what the fuck?"
Nope.
I mean, his mom would be a credential. Like that's a better credential.
That was a much better credential. And then Amanda's like, "So I did the only thing I could, a felony."
I sold.
Yeah, I wonder if Vulcans have HIPAA or Starfleet if it still exists. It's like you got to figure like during World War III and like the eugenics wars, I'm sure a lot of society just stopped functioning, right?
Sure.
Most assuredly.
Yeah. Back on Kronos, Tyler is very self-conscious about his human appearance. L'Rell's solution, naturally, is to kiss him and tell him that he needs to have sex with her.
Was it his appearance? I think it was just like, I mean, I guess appearance was one way to say it, because like his whole thing, like that goes back and forth in this. It seems like sometimes it seems like he's trying to be Vogue. Other times he's like, I'm not Vogue.
I think I figured it out towards the end of this, but like I was having trouble because I'm like, why are we pretending he's not a Klingon? But then I think the implication was that when L'Rell did her finger lasers on his brain, that it excised the like Volk personality, and so he is not Volk anymore. But like, I don't know. I guess like that's a conflict that seems like they're trying to make that be a thing, but they're not doing a good job at it because I'm having trouble figuring out what the problem is, right? Like we don't get a clear understanding. Is like, why don't they just turn him back into a Klingon? Or like, why doesn't she just tell everyone this is Volk, he was under deep cover or whatever? But like, I guess like Ash doesn't tell everyone. Nobody else knows this. And like, I guess Ash doesn't want to do that. Ash identifies as, and I don't mean to use like transphobic like jokes and shit, but like in all seriousness, Ash I guess this is basically dysmorphia, right? Like Ash, identifies as a human, even though he has access to Vogh's memories, but he does not have Vogh's personality. So it's kind of a weird situation, and I kind of get it, especially towards the end as I see her and him interact more in this episode, but like it was not well presented.
Yeah, I think you're correct in the way they meant it to come across, but also, like, they don't communicate it well. And it just gives, I don't know, it just didn't work for me.
I think they rushed it too much. I think that's the real problem.
I think that we don't get enough POV from Ash in order to do it any kind of justice to show the internal conflict that he's having, because that's where the conflict is. You know, Laurel seems cool with him being Ash, but he's obviously got some kind of issue. But we don't ever really get his POV.
Right.
So anyways, he tells Laurel that like every time you touch me, it feels like you're raping me. And then he Pikachu faces when she's upset by that.
Yeah, he is not real great at anticipating people's reactions to the things that he says.
Yeah, she's trying to initiate sexy times, and he's like, feels a little rapey. Wait, where are you going? Why are you upset? I don't know.
Why are you upset? Like, what is the problem?
Good times. Back on Disco, Amanda and Burnham turn to Captain Pike for help. He calls the captain, who's apparently his friend, of the star base that Spock was.
You're just gonna glaze over Pike's sexism.
Wait, what did Pike say?
I don't recall.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. So like, Burnham
because
offered.
We're shitty.
Oh, but yes, exactly. Because we're men. I've just been hit harder. But Burnham offers some kind of thing to Pike. She's like, she says to Pike, like, because Pike and Amanda are sitting across from Pike, Amanda and Burnham are sitting across from Pike, and Burnham says to Pike, "Hey, you're a captain and his captain. Like, can't you like crack this encryption on these medical files that my mom stole? Because like that's something you should be allowed to do." And then Pike looks at Amanda and is like, "Has she always been this bossy?" Which like, that's not a word you use when talking about women, because it is at least a microaggression, if not an overt sexist statement. And Amanda, to her credit, is like, yeah, we call it perseverance. She's a resilient perseverance. We call it perseverance. And she got it from me, which is such a good fucking smackdown that it was like a beautiful moment. And I'm guessing a woman wrote that scene and like snuck it through.
So is it because of the whole like girl boss thing? Is that why?
No, calling a woman who is like in charge and kind of confident and ambitious or assertive, bossy, is sexist, because that's not how people describe men.
Ah, okay.
Bossy's the nice way of saying bitchy, right? But like, you don't,
Gotcha.
a man who's a hard charger, you're like, oh man, he's really assertive. He's really, he's really career oriented or whatever. But a woman who's doing it is bossy. That's like a classic sexist microaggression.
I lost my place in my notes. So yeah, Pike calls his friend and captain of the starbase and finds out that Spock has escaped the starbase and killed 3 of his doctors on the way out.
Both Burnham and Pike look at Amanda. Amanda's like, "What? Spock ain't no murderer. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, just immediately assumes he's innocent. Pike then orders Burnham to break the encryption on Spock's medical files, because despite his captainship, he doesn't have access to do it. So make the science officer do it.
I do like the.
It's all right. We don't waste any time on seeing that actually happen, though.
I was just about to say, I like the complete non-problem that encryption is in these kinds of shows. Like,
we hit a cut and then it's open.
Yeah. So Amanda and Burnham take a peek and then have a heart-to-heart about how Amanda regrets their being, her and Sarek's methods of raising Spock.
I think Amanda's like, it's crazy that Spock turned out so weird when all I did was give you all of my affection. It's fucking insane.
No, right?
Well, I don't think she thinks it's weird. I think she recognizes that it sucked. Like,
yeah. I mean, she also says like she was trying to respect Sarek's wishes to raise
Right,
Spock
right.
Vulcan.
Yeah,
But
once again, the universe is at peril because of bad parenting. Yeah.
Yeah. So she did her best to hide her humanity from him to make sure she didn't influence him with her human emotions. Amanda also, however, recognizes the images of the angel as the Red Angel from Spock's youth. He had seen it as a child, and I guess it changed him somehow in her mind. All that kind of gets thrown out when Burnham has to take a call from Tyler, who fills her in on the volatile political situation on Kronos. She says he likes his beard, or she likes his beard.
I don't hate the beard either.
I thought it was pretty good beard.
It covers up his weird chin.
Yeah, I like that. She mentions here that she had heard that the Klingons were growing their hair again now that the war was over, which I guess it's kind of a fun little cultural thing to throw in. I don't know. I don't hate it. I do think that the costuming looks a little weird, but
I think this is when they were trying to jive the Klingons back into the canon, right? So they had to like throw that line in there.
This among like that, along with like a bunch of other little things here and there throughout the season to kind of like readjust the vibe of the show.
And like even straight up giving them the D7 battlecruiser is like
exactly.
We're steering back into the canon, you all know, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Tyler confesses that he's worried that him remaining on Kronos is hurting L'Rell's position as Chancellor. And then they hang up. Like this was a weird phone call. I don't know. Like
I also has what is this conversation between the two of them? It was a weird phone call.
Yeah. And it really, I think, detracts from what they kind of did between them in previous episodes, where he's like, "I still love you," and she's like, "All I can do is picture you choking me." But all of a sudden, they're like chummy and cool now. It's weird.
You know what would have been a good line, actually, is if he had said to her something to the effect of, "I'm so sorry for what happened. I now understand because every time L'Rell touches me, all I can see is her abusing me."
Yeah.
Because that is a similar experience that they both have. And like he is now on both sides of it in a way that neither Burnham nor L'Rell are. So like that would have been a good line to throw in there. That would have been a nice, I guess, like bookend to the relationship.
Yep.
It's like him going like, "Okay, I get it now and I'm sorry." And then like we'll move on,
Yeah. Back on the Bridge of Discovery, all of the like young, are they cadets? I guess they're still cadets, right?
They are. Like they are Starfleet cadet. Well, no, Tilly's an ensign. I think they are like brand new ensigns, but they're on like they're still like
command,
track. They're still like training,
Yep. Yeah, they're supposed to shadow,
like
different officers aboard the ship. Yep. Tilly gets paired up with Pike, which, man, like I know why they cut this scene short with her and him, but I wish we got to see more of her just like fumbling around with Pike.
Pike is so fucking charming. God damn it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's got so many good jokes too.
Yep. She gets to sit in the captain's chair, which is pretty cool. Meanwhile, May shows up and starts complaining that this isn't the captain that she needs to speak to, kind of hinting at some ulterior motives going on with her invisible friend here.
Tilly finally. This kind of came out of nowhere too. Like up until that point, she was just chummy with Tilly.
I don't hate it. I think it was a pretty good twist.
It was. I wish that they had like foreshadowed it a little more.
I don't think they necessarily needed to. I think the appropriate foreshadowing is like, wait, he isn't the captain. Where's the real captain? Was all you needed, because that's the moment where the viewer is going, wait, what the fuck does she mean by that? So like, get that resolved. Don't let that linger, especially when we got other storylines going on. Like, get that figured out. Like, I think they did an okay job with this. If this was the whole episode, sure, pull it out. But because we got like two other storylines going on here, like, no, I think that this was a fine way to do it, given that this is one of 3 plots that are like happening,
Yeah. Yeah, so Tilly finally snaps and starts screaming at the invisible maid to shut up. No one else can see her, though, so it looks like she's yelling, "Shut up," at Captain Pike, then gets yelled at by Saru.
Which, with as much weird shit as happens on these ships, I feel like everyone would be like, whoa, something's obviously going on. Like, go to the doctor. Like, Tilly has literally never exploded at anyone. Something weird's happening.
Right. Yeah. So she just quits the training program. She's like, I quit. And then she walks out. Does not go to sick bay, by the way.
Yeah, that was my note. Is now would probably be a good time to go to sick bay.
Yeah.
Or like someone order her to go to sick bay. Jesus.
Yeah, like Saru, her commanding officer, whatever. Ash,
Pike.
meanwhile.
Pike could have been like.
Or Pike. Yeah.
Like, hey, this is like, hey, I've been working here for a week or two, and I know that you're not usually like this. Can you just why don't you go to sick bay there, Ensign? Like, if it turns out there's nothing wrong with you, then I'll start taking offense at all the shit you yelled at me. But until then, head on down to sick bay, get checked out. He's charming enough. That would have worked.
Yeah. Captain Daddy. So back on Kronos, Ash catches a Klingon spying on him and follows him back to House Makai's, residence, I guess.
Well, he doesn't catch a Klingon spying on him. He actually catches sight of Giorgio.
Was it Giorgio?
Yeah, if you look again, the figure stalking between the pillars and shit was all slender and in that leather outfit that Giorgio comes in at the end. But she does kind of
spoiler alert.
Yeah, she does kind of lead him toward the secret room where I thought some crazy shit was going to happen, but it's just a baby.
Yeah.
The baby.
Yeah, so the leader of House Makai.
The baby.
The leader of House Makai fills Ash in on a secret that L'Rell has been keeping from him after saying that he wasn't going to, but then ultimately did anyway. Apparently, L'Rell and Voke have a kid who's now sort of Ash's.
I like how L'Rell's uncle's like, look, I think you're a good guy, but I'm not allowed to tell you anything. So I'm trying to, I want to be chubby. Like, I want to get a beer with you and watch the Super Bowl. But L'Rell's being kind of a bitch about it. So it's not you, man.
Unc was a bro, man. He's...
Yeah, so L'Rell and Ash have a fight about their mutual secret keeping problem. L'Rell apparently knew about the call to Burnham, and I guess that was the whole point of that call. In hindsight, was just to set this up so that they could both be angry at each other about something and not make it feel like L'Rell was the only problem in the relationship. Tyler wants to bring their son home and be with L'Rell now. And just forget about how awful, being touched by her feels, I guess.
Because, as we all know, introducing a baby to a relationship solves all of the
problems.
Fixes
it. Yeah, that fixes it. Yeah, my parents are famously still married.
Back on Disco, Amanda says that the angel first showed up the night that Burnham ran away from home. This was the night after the learning center was bombed. And Michael was just trying to keep her family safe by ditching them all. Apparently the Red Angel told Spock where Burnham was hiding, and Spock then told Sarek, and that's how Sarek found her that night. Burnham then tells Amanda that she also saw a vision of the Red Angel while getting rescued by Pike aboard the Dark Matter asteroid. We also finally sort of get a reason for why Spock and Burnham don't have a real relationship now.
Hold on one second.
It's sort of not really. She's like, I did a bad thing, but that's about all
she's like, I told him he was adopted, and it's funny because no, but going back one step in this conversation, because Amanda's telling her yeah, he says he saw the Red Angel, that's how he found yada. And Michael's like, oh my God, I also saw the Red Angel. And Amanda's like, oh my God, what the fuck does that mean? We're not going to mention the fact that Burnham saw helmet camera footage with an actual Red Angel on it. She has proof that this thing is a real thing that exists.
Yep.
It's on the TV. They have a still image of that.
No,
scene.
Those are images that Spock drew.
Yeah, some of them were, but
all of them were
from the help cam.
I didn't see the one.
I did not see one.
Oh my God! I thought it was.
I saw Spock. Spock apparently has just a wide range of artistic talent.
All right.
But there's no mention of because Amanda acts like, oh my God, are both of my kids fucking insane? What the fuck is going on? And Michael doesn't take that opportunity to go, oh, by the way, we found this helmet camera with this fucking angel on it from like 200 years ago. It's a real thing. We don't know what's going on.
Listen, when you base your child's entire like foundational psyche upon the story of Alice in Wonderland, I don't know what you expected to happen.
Fair enough. I got the one child that I love and the one that I'm proud of. Like, that's Amanda's philosophy.
Yep. Yeah, so Burnham apparently told something to Spock because she wanted to wound him so much that he would stay away from her, and thus save him from the logic extremists that were targeting her.
Which,
Amanda,
that's a dumb decision, but also she was a child. So,
right.
like, why didn't, like, as adults, Spock couldn't be like, well, you were a fucking child. Maybe I shouldn't hold something against you when you were, like, 9. Right? Because this was right after the bombing. So this isn't even like her as an adult. Like, she's a fucking child.
Not only that, but like they were still kids at this point. They were going to be living under the same roof for quite some time. Why didn't Sarek and Amanda ever try to like facilitate a reconciliation between them?
Yeah, that's too many emotions.
Do you think Spock was just being quiet and reticent? How the fuck would you tell?
That's true. Amanda is not pleased about this revelation, so she takes Spock's medical records, which in this case was the proverbial basketball, and leaves so that no one can play without her.
I was like, yeah, you go get him, Spock's hot mom.
It's like, Mom's got this.
Yeah. She tells Burnham not to worry about it because she's going to rescue him. Ash and L'Rell go back to find their son, only to find L'Rell's uncle murdered with like a butcher hook through his like jaw and hanging from the ceiling of the foyer of their nice home.
All right, to be fair, that's a little try hard.
That was a little try hard. Yeah. Oh, and the son has been kidnapped.
Right. And like the dude, like as soon as they walk in the room, he like comes in on the comms holding the baby. Do you think he was like holding that baby, just waiting for them? Like, this is gonna be so fucking good. This is gonna be great. Like, we don't know how long he's been holding that baby.
No. He had a camera set up so you could watch him come in, and then as soon as he saw him, he's like, "Oh, go get the baby.
Give the baby.
It's gonna be awesome.
This is gonna
Commence
be really great.
The mustache twirling.
Make sure you can see their faces when they see me. It's gonna be fucking fantastic.
So the treasonous counselor wants to trade their son for control of the new Klingon Empire. Which I don't know a single Klingon that would take this deal, but I guess there is somebody out there.
Well, I think the implication was that she is soft because she is a woman. This guy was kind of a dick about it. She is a soft because she is a woman, has clearly demonstrated she is soft because she's got a soft spot for a human, and now she has a baby. So I think he is genuinely of the opinion that, like, no self-respecting Klingon would take this deal, but she's going to, you know?
Yeah, the head torturer from the spy faction.
But he used the term female in a kind of derogatory way in the later conversation, so I'm pretty sure he's just like, stupid bitch, which, like, it doesn't go well for him. I guess there's some poetic justice in the fact that Georgiou's the one that fucks him up, like.
Yeah. Learned it from the Ferengi. Stupid bastard. Tilly, again, still not in sickbay, instead returns back to her quarters that she shares with Burnham to find Burnham crying. But Burnham is more worried after hearing from Saru that Tilly bailed on training, and she calls dibs on the conversation.
That was funny. That was a funny line.
That was funny. Tilly then tells Burnham about May, how she showed up after getting hit by like that force projection from the asteroid. Turns out that May doesn't know what tears are. She's like, your eyes are dripping, and then goes running off through a wall because, lol, that's funny.
I like how Burnham's expert opinion is your hallucination doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Pretty much, yeah. Right. There's a lot of words, but that was the gist of it.
So because she doesn't understand what tears are, and like I feel like it's a bit of a jump to assume that hallucinations would if they were from you, but basically that was enough to convince Burnham that May is real, and then gets Tilly to go visit Stamets because mushrooms solve all of the problems in Discovery.
Yeah.
Well, I think
hallucinations are famously rational. The logic
right. That's what that was my joke. It's like your hallucination doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's a hallucination, Burnham. Like, yeah. But
fun fact. If you know you're hallucinating, it's called a hallucinosis.
Weird.
So, horrible story around hallucinations. A friend of mine went to school with a guy who, when he grew up and everything, he had some type of thing where he wasn't oxygenating his blood, so his brain wasn't getting enough oxygen. So he'd been like hallucinating for a long period of time, and was like seeing demons and shit. And he killed himself by disemboweling himself, trying to get the demons out.
Oh God.
Okay.
So I'm going to segue into
Jesus
my own
Christ.
hallucination story.
That did not involve disembowelment.
Well, it's funny you say that, actually. Not like directly. But like, so when I first got injured, one of the things that happens when you have a severe spinal cord injury is that you have renal failure. This just got to do with like a shock to your system and stuff. So I was on a bunch of meds for various, like, the spinal cord injury and like, pain medicines and all this other shit, but my kidneys were not processing things correctly. So I also had a hallucination, and I hallucinated, and this is going to be funny until it's not. I hallucinated that like the world was being invaded by aliens, and they were like taking human bodies and stuff. And like they wanted my body, which is funny because I had literally just broken it. Now the aliens had already gotten to like my stepmom and everybody else who was in the room with me except for my dad. Dad, and I love you, Chief. Dad was not an alien. He was a race trader. Like he was a human collaborator working with the aliens. Right?
He had a whole story.
And like I want you to understand that like I have had dreams where I've known I'm dreaming, and like waking up from that is not hard. You're like, oh shit, I'm dreaming. Like, no big deal. And you just wake yourself up. I tried that several times and it did not work. So in my brain, this is not a hallucinosis. This is a hallucination. I thought it was real. And it got to the point where I was like, kill me. Just kill me. I do not want... I got so scared of what was going on that I literally begged for death. And like... I know what that feels like. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how much I would have hurt myself if I was not paralyzed at the time,
He did try to hurt himself.
I did, yeah. I was chewing on my lips, and my stepmom's like, hey, stop chewing on your lips. And I'm like, yeah, you would want me to stop chewing on it because you want my body in a pristine condition. So I started chewing on them harder. Like,
oh my God.
Like, yeah. Ridiculous. Again, hilarious, and very hilarious now that it's 16 years later. But at the time, so scary I wanted to die. And like, that is a very, very odd feeling.
There you go. So yeah, long story short, hallucinations, super rational, and let's keep going.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ash and Tyler. Yep, just two different people. I mean, I guess he is technically
You're not
two different
entirely
people,
wrong,
but anyway,
yeah.
Ash and Laurel visit their son's kidnapper's house because they all have each other in an address book, and a confrontation breaks out into a bat-lift battle.
Yeah, it's Klingons. That's what that happens.
Yeah. So I guess somehow, like through all the surgery and stuff, Ash is still like Klingon strong, and the two of them fight and dispatch all their attackers.
I don't think we get a solid like read on whether or not he's still Klingon strong.
I don't know, man. Like he was messing some Klingons up.
Yeah, but also
plot
did.
armor.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. We get some very out of character for Star Trek, like guitar distortion that kicks in as they face up against the kidnapper, who then unceremoniously zaps them and forces Laurel to sign a. Yeah, just like, what is this thing? Like,
it's a double paralyzer. Shut the fuck up.
All right. Yeah, then forces Laurel to like sign into her cell phone with her thumbprint.
That's basically exactly what happened to you.
Yeah. Then a mysterious figure that apparently we saw early in the episode and I didn't realize beams in and disintegrates their attackers with this cool drone thing that I wish we got to see more of.
Beams in is the wrong word. She like uses some kind of weird ass portal thing.
So was it portal? Like, was she, like,
guess?
cloaked somehow?
Or was she
Like, what
cloaked?
was the deal?
Yeah, I don't know. She definitely like disintegrates. I guess she integrates into the scene in like a weird way. Yeah.
Would you say that she apparated?
Maybe. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she knew how the paralyzer worked because she was able to suck the paralyzing juice back into it.
Yeah. Turns out it's Stanford's favorite person, the Emperor, Philippa Georgiou.
Well, she made sure to fucking just, bubble what's his dick so Laurel could stab him.
Yeah, she did like that syndrome thing from fucking Incredibles.
Yeah.
He didn't get the disintegration ray. He got special treatment.
Nope.
I have Psy in all capital letters here.
Yeah, it turns out that Georgiou is now a security consultant for the Federation. Great.
Laurel during this conversation is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but so okay.
Because Georgiou's like, babies are parasites. You should get rid of that as soon as you can. And Laurel's like, I'll take it under advisement.
Yeah.
Very clearly, like, I mean, like, she could kill me, so I'm not going to say anything bad, but also, this bitch is fucking insane.
Yeah. She then proceeds to bully Laurel into basically giving up on her relationship with both Ash and her child. So yeah, that was fun.
So okay, so of all the times when the Empress character doesn't make any fucking sense, I will say that like the Empress character giving advice to someone trying to maintain power of the Klingon Empire isn't entirely without like merit. Like that does make some sense because they are similar like imperial constructs, right? Like violent empires. Yeah. So like her being like, look, these motherfuckers are never going to trust you if you're attached to like a guy they see as weak and a baby. And like if anyone's got experience with that sentence, it's gonna be Georgiou, right?
Mm-hmm. Back on Disco, Stamets finds out that Tilly has a fungal infection, and it's an interdimensional fungus. Yeah.
I don't know how any medical scans missed this massive fungal growth she's got like across her entire upper torso.
It's not the puma.
Yeah. So Stamets goes like full Ghostbusters and just starts like zapping Tilly with
that was dumb
thingy.
It was
pulls May out of Tilly, which as Stanford and Matthew mentioned is huge, like the size of Tilly's torso.
Yeah, well, and they showed on the scan like it's like little tendrils and stuff stretching out across pretty much like half of her body.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ. And then when they pulled it out, I didn't expect it to come out as one massive tumor, like lumpy thing.
No.
I love how Stamets is like, this is going to hurt, and immediately, without giving any time whatsoever.
Not even a countdown. Just like, this is going to hurt. Yeah. Buckle up. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they contain May inside of a little like deflector shield.
Containment shield. Yeah.
Yeah. Back on Kronos, Laurel publicly denounces Tyler and then shows her like a fake Tyler head.
I was like, yay, Ash is dead.
Yeah.
So like there's his head, but also, was it really necessary to have the baby head?
My next note was, okay, was the baby head really necessary?
Listen, Laurel is team stomp them babies.
Oh, God.
That's what we learned today.
Laurel tosses Ash's head into the lava, but then she holds on to that baby head. I guess she's going to make like a paperweight out of it, something.
Yeah.
No, she chucked it in after, didn't she?
No, she put it in her little bag.
Yeah. That's the souvenir from this wonderful day. She lies and says that the counselor saved her at the cost of his own life.
Clever.
So they get around. Yeah,
clever move,
it was pretty
actually.
clever.
This was a clever move. Like whoever wrote this did a good job.
The best line of the entire episode. She tells the entire Klingon assembly that she's their mommy now.
Call me mommy.
Call her mommy.
Call me mommy. I wish the name of this episode was Call Me Mother, because that would be fucking. I don't like. All right, good job, fucking titling team. Like that's fucking funny.
Yeah. That would have been great. We then get a short scene of Tyler joining Georgiou aboard her ship
On the dumb
as a
Section
fresh
31
recruit for
ship.
Section 31.
It's the dumbest
Yay.
ship, like looking ship with its fucking fold out nacelles. Like what the
Fucking cute little
Yeah.
Klingon baby, though.
I thought it
It
was
very
like
cute little Klingon baby.
I thought the ship was like a shuttle at first because of how boxy it was.
Yeah, no,
know,
but
right?
then it unfolded into a real ship.
It's like origami Starfleet.
I was like, God, I hate all of this. This whole Section 31 thing. Like that fucking their leader wearing that dumb leather jacket. So shut the fuck up.
That and like just like the nature, like the bridge is like some weird like central thing. There's like catwalks and shit. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, because like nothing says like try hard Section 31 than like having the ability to like prowl over the people you're in charge of.
Yeah, we then close out the episode by learning that the plan is to leave his son at a Kahless monastery, where he will presumably be safe for the rest of his life.
So the sole trivia note from this one.
Oh
is-
shit! When there's some trivia you can't miss, it's a fun fact with Chris.
So Worf will visit this monastery in the episode Rightful Heir in season 6, episode 23 of Next Generation.
Interesting.
Cool.
That was a fun fact, Chris. Thank you.
That was a fun fact. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, where's Zero's threshold? What are y'all giving this one?
So I feel like not a lot actually happened here. Like,
You're not wrong.
it felt like an exposition episode, like with a couple bits thrown in where like some Klingons fight and then Stamets yanks a tumor out of Tilly, and that's pretty much the things that actually happened, and a lot of it is exposition. I mean, it's fine. It wasn't. I wouldn't call it bad, but it was just. It was 3 for me.
So I took it at kind of a different angle on this, and I'm gonna give it a 4. I don't disagree that it is a little exposition-y, but I think that I liked it. I found the political stuff on Kronos actually like was surprisingly well done, even though like the general conceit is kind of silly. The maneuvering was kind of cool. And I kind of liked like the Burnham and Amanda stuff. I thought that the Tilly stuff was interesting enough to be like it wasn't dragging it down at all. Like the Tilly's plot wasn't dragging it down at all. And like my little complaints here and there, and like the fact that Georgiou showed up, that stuff, like, yeah, whatever. But like, I think that all in all, I enjoyed this one. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I could point to anything in this episode and say it was bad, and it kept me entertained while I was watching it. So for an exposition episode, that's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe a little less baby head if I had to like, point to a thing. If I had a note to give, yeah.
Yeah, I also gave this episode a 3. It was fine. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the interactions between Burnham and Tyler, and then Burnham and Amanda. Like I like Amanda as a character. It's fun seeing her, but I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like Sarek and Amanda are there just to be bad parents, to like kind of explain and hand wave like why Spock and Burnham behave the way that they do.
I think what I like about Amanda's character, especially in this episode, is that she doesn't act like she's part of Starfleet. Like she has her own motivations and character in a way that like you don't see a lot in these shows.
Yeah. But I like the rest of it. Tilly C plots are always funny. Yeah, that's a 3 for me.
IMDb gave it a 3.
All right.
This feels like the first time we've agreed with IMDb in Discovery. Like,
it's not. There've been a couple other times. This is the first time in Discovery that I have rated an episode higher than the two of you.
Crazy.
But it's probably it's probably my politics coming through. Like it's probably like, oh yeah, give me that sweet politics.
Well, we're going to take a little break and come back for this week's deep dive. All All right, welcome back. For this week's deep dive, I thought it would be kind of interesting to take a look at Kahless, or Kahless, as Chris pointed out. It gets pronounced differently from season to season, or not season, series to series of Star Trek. So Kahless's full title is Kahless the Unforgettable. He was
Unforgettable.
He was the first emperor of the Klingons. He was also the last to unite all of the tribes up until T'Kuvma in Discovery here. He is also credited with coining the Klingon saying of "Today is a good day to die." So,
sure.
Good line there. He established all of the laws of honor after defeating his adversaries in battle and then taking control of the Empire. So, Stanford, you have him to thank for all of the weird Klingon philosophies and reasons for being the way that they are.
I mean, I'm not sure it's any worse than the Vulcans, where the one dude's was so his logic was so cold it chilled blood.
God, that was so dumb. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, on his deathbed, he promised to one day return and lead the Empire again into greatness. So that's where Discovery kind of comes in. T'Kuvma claimed that he was the reborn Kahless. Clearly not true, given that he died before the refounding of the Empire.
Pretty much immediately, yeah.
Uh-huh. There are a number of stories about Kahless and how he lived his life that help guide Klingons and their philosophy. It kind of reminds me, I'm sure that they took direct parallels here, of the Hadith found in Muslim culture. All the stories of the day-to-day life of the Prophet.
Right. Actually, I just heard a whole thing about the Hadith.
Crazy. Memory Alpha was kind enough to provide a couple of examples, but I want to read you guys my favorite one. Right. Long ago, a storm was heading for the city of Quinlan. Everyone took protection within the walls except for one man who remained outside. Kahless went to him and asked him what he was doing. The man responded, "I am not afraid. I will not hide my face behind stone and mortar. I will stand before the wind and make it respect me." Kahless honored his choice and went back inside. The next day, the storm came and the man was killed.
Perfect.
Kahless replied, "The wind does not respect a fool."
I was good. Kahless is like, "All right, man, you do you. I'm gonna be inside.
Yeah.
Fuck you."
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. It is said that Kahless awaits all Klingons in Stovakar and greets them there after their demise.
Stovakar.
Stovakar. Boreth is one of the holiest worlds among his faithful. It's said that that's where he's expected to reincarnate at some point in the future. Klingons make regular pilgrimages there to ask Kahless for guidance. This is where the time crystals associated with him are kept, and where Pike contracts one. The Order of Kahless includes any awarded the Star of Kahless by the Klingon Chancellor. It's kind of like their most prestigious reward. It reminds me of knighthood in England, or what is it, the Order of the Queen or the King? I can't remember what it's called.
Sure.
Same kind of thing, but Klingons.
But Klingons.
Uh-huh. There are also some fun artifacts named for him. One is the Beacon of Kahless, which we saw at the beginning of Discovery. The lighter is named the Torchbearer, so that's where Vogue gets his title from. Another fun one was the Grail of Kahless. It is traditional to drink Motlach from the Grail after eating the heart of a Targ on the Day of Honor, a Klingon holiday.
It's Motlach.
I don't know. I actually tried to look, and I could not find it. It is not blood wine.
Something some writer threw some consonants together to name.
Yep.
Probably, yeah.
It's it sounds vaguely freaking Klingon, yeah. The Sword of Kahless is the first bat'leth that was ever made. It's the weapon that Kahless used in the battle that formed the First Empire. So again, another fun Klingon thing that you can blame on him, Stanford. My personal favorite, though, is Kalish's fornication helmet that the Collectors Guild had.
Wow. What a Kahless's fornication helmet.
Hey man, sometimes you got some people like to play dress up. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not gonna kink shame Kahless here.
Yeah. I believe that Tendi, what did Tendi say about it when they saw it in the Collectors Guild? It was like, it's like always use protection or something like that. I can't remember what she said, but it was really freaking funny.
Kahless's fuck cap.
Yep. So there you go. Kalish the Unforgettable.
Do you think Kalish's fuck helmet was just like one of those little like cloth hats with the pom pom on it that like Scrooge that Scrooge had?
Oh no, dude, it's all pointy. You can see a picture of it. Hang on.
There's a picture of the fuck helmet? Why?
Oh yeah. because it was in Lower Decks.
Oh, okay. That's making a lot more sense when you say that. Actually,
context that has come up in.
I told you it was in the Collectors Guild episode.
Yeah, you said a lot of things that were, like Klingons and therefore dumb, so I didn't really catch that it was a Lower Decks thing.
So sorry.
It's not your fault that they're dumb.
Anyway.
Although they're also metal as shit, so.
Yeah. While I look for this, we're going to take another break, and we'll be back for Potpourri with Stanford.
Yay! Welcome back. So today for Potpourri, we are going to play a little improv game called Switch It and Pitch It. Are either of you familiar with this?
No.
Yeah, it's where you like bop it and flick it and twist it. And
yes,
it.
Except less sexual somehow.
Oh, okay.
So, Switch It and Pitch It is an improv game that I picked up from this show I watched, or this podcast I listened to called Freedom. It's like Paul F. Tompkins, Lauren Lapkus, and Scott Ackerman. But the basic premise is this. I am going to give you you are going to take the title of like a TV show, and in our case, it's going to be Star Trek shows. You're going to find the opposite of all of the words in that title, and then pitch that like a new show. So for example, and to give some non-Star Trek examples, like if I was to give you like Friends, obviously you would pitch the show Enemies, right? Or like if it's like Star Wars, A New Hope, it might be like Star Wars, Many Old Dooms or something like that, right? You don't have to be serious. Absolutely be silly. You could also be serious if you'd like. If there's a number involved, which might be relevant for Star Trek, just do a different number. It's fine. And like it doesn't have to be like. Don't get too analytical here. Just try to have fun with it. Okay.
Yep.
I think the best way to do it will be for you to just decide which show you want to do. But whoever goes first will obviously get first dibs.
Okay. Are you giving us like a choice of episode names or what?
No. Star Trek shows. So you're doing the subtitles: The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, all that shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry. I should have been more clear on that. Yeah. So we are switching and pitching the Star Trek series based on their subtitles. Obviously, don't switch the Star Trek part. Just the subtitle.
All right, I got one.
All right.
So instead of Star Trek Voyager, you're going to have Star Trek Sit the Fuck Down. And the whole concept is it's a security officer that's like on Deep Space Nine, and he just watches cameras like Five Nights at Freddy's. And like you get to see weird things that people do on a space station.
Can you
I don't think anyone's looking.
Yeah, it's like weird voyeurism, like people at Walmart kind of things.
Instead of Voyager, it's voyeurism.
What kind of character is our main character for that?
Like a rent-a-cop.
Oh, okay. Like how serious? Like Paul Blart, like kind of like tongue in cheek, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
nice.
it's like a mockumentary, like The Office.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I like that. I didn't think of that. That's a nice angle. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, what you got?
All right. Well, I was gonna do Voyager, so I gotta pivot. So it's gonna be, of course, Star Trek: The Last Generation, which is
whoa, hold on. You gotta reverse all the words, not just
all
one.
the words.
Yeah, it's too easy if you just get to do the last generation.
All right. Fuck. Well, then give me another minute then.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Sorry, I was also thinking of voyeurism, Star Trek voyeurism. When there's like red alerts and shit, like they just like roll their eyes and the camera like flips around and stuff, but they stay in their seat drinking their Mountain Dew or whatever.
Oh man, can I do another one?
Yeah.
Oh no! Hold on! No! You gotta go back.
Chris, you've got another one coming, Rob. So like,
Okay,
yeah, you're not done.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Star Trek: The Last Destruction then. So it is just featuring just the total collapse of Starfleet as everything comes crashing down.
What era are you thinking?
Oh, this is during the burn. So
The burn. Oh, see,
Perfect.
Would that be like a more serious show then? Because that could be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it would be. It would be a more serious show because it how planets get isolated and they can't communicate anymore, and then there's wars breaking out everywhere, and everything is terrible.
Who's our headlining character?
Ice-T.
No, not the actor. God damn it!
Sorry, I was thinking of War of the Worlds. It needs
Mariah,
to be Ice-T.
do you want to do one? Like you can do one. Like,
No, I'm good.
It's the stuff hijacking everybody else's.
So I think the headlining character then is it would feature the commander of some Federation starbase who's kind of cut off from the rest of the Federation, just trying to kind of survive at this point.
Cool. All right, cool. All right, Rob, what's your next one?
All right. Low Orbit 1 instead of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So it's like a floating space station on like a gas giant. It's just like a blatant ripoff of Bespin Cloud City from Star Wars, right?
Of course, right.
It's like a bunch of like civilians, so like not Starfleet, but like actual civilians trying to like run a mining operation, and it centers around like it could be maybe some Maquis, that are like colonizing this planet, and it just deals with them in like the lead up to the Dominion War.
Cool. Who's our headliner? I guess who's our tentpole character? Not like the actor.
Oh, you know what? We should get
Ice-T.
No. Oh God. The commander from Voyager. What the hell is his name?
Chakotay?
Chakotay. Yeah. It could be about him,
right.
like before he winds up in Voyager.
All
All right, I got another one.
Yep, you're up.
All right, so it's going to be Star Trek Upper Caress, which is the porn parody of Star Trek, featuring Captain Dick Thruster and his sexual escapades as he captains his ship through the stars.
I like how caress is the opposite of deck. I like that. That's a nice twist. I like that.
I like that a lot. Oh my God.
Oh man.
That was good.
Rob, you want to do another one?
Oh wait, what is left? Space Nine. Okay, so instead of Star Trek Prodigy, you have Star Trek Rejects.
Sure.
And,
solid concept just by the title.
Yeah, it's kind of like you know what? Alex Kurtzman really loves Section 31, right? Like these can be all of the washouts from Starfleet Academy that get picked up for Section 31 because they were just too rebellious to make it through Starfleet Academy. It'll be like a single season that gets canceled midway through because of how terrible the show is and nobody watches it.
I like how
nobody wants this in their Star Trek.
I like how Rob's pitching a show that's going to get canceled. Like that's the intent.
That's the whole point, yeah.
Oh man! All right, Chris, you're up.
Okay. Well, it's got to be then Star Trek Normal Old Space, which is just it's just a screensaver of stars for your computer. That's it. Occasionally, ship flies across.
Okay, so ship flies across. That would be the Strange New Worlds.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right.
I got one more.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, so instead of Star Trek Picard, we have Star Trek Q, and it's just a prank show from the view of Q, where he's trying to slowly drive Picard insane.
That I might actually watch.
Yeah, but you'd also have to watch a lot of Q.
That's true. But it would still it might be worth it. There is one more, Chris, if you want to take a stab at it.
So are we going with like the original series or just Star Trek? Because like,
I was thinking Enterprise.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's the only one left that's actually got like an actual subtitle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I totally somehow blanked Enterprise out of my head. Jesus.
It's not like we spent
Can't imagine
3 years on it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it would have to be what? Let's see. Star Trek Leave Demerit, featuring the academy teacher who just fucking hates all of his students and finds new and interesting ways to deride them and fail them at every course.
Nice. That's nice. I was thinking like Star Trek, like Star Trek Unemployed. Oh man. All right, fun. Okay, cool. Well, good job, you two. I had come up with my own, like, while I was thinking about this, I'm like, oh, that'd be funny. Like, I thought of like Star Trek Dunce instead of Star Trek Prodigy, but I realized that like I knew about the game ahead of time, so it wouldn't be as fresh. So I figured I'd let you two take all that.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a fun game. Chris and I think we're talking that like we do a lot of trivia on this show, which I don't hate. I like trivia, but it is nice sometimes to just kind of break it up. Like I liked 20 questions last week, and I think that this was fun. But I'll try to find other like games that can be played with just voices and asynchronously.
Yeah.
So that we can kind of spice things up a bit. So, alrighty.
Just like in Upper Caresses.
Upper Caresses got to spice things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain
Spicy
Dick
Star
Thrust.
Dick Thruster. He's the bold captain.
Richard
This reminds me of
Thruster.
Futurama.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that'll do us for tonight. Thank you so much. As we say at the top and the bottom, give us a like, give us a rating. Wait, give us a rate, give us a review. You know, if you like it, if you don't like it, I don't care. Just like go lie. Go give us 5 stars. 5-star people. And we will be back next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Captain's Log Supplemental. You can follow us on Twitter at PodCLS or send us hate mail at podcls3@gmail.com.